own here.
And this is another comeback story. We'll see this. We're going to see another fight first. But Ray Mercer coming up against Jim Haynes in a little while. Here's a former WBO world champion who's been out for 2 years. He's got a comeback story that we'll tell you all about, too. Suffered from hepatitis B, neck surgery. This guy is a guy that can bang. You remember the tremendous knockout he scored over Tommy Morrison? Tommy almost killed him. And this is another terrific individual, a nice guy. This is WBO ring. And you can tell by the look in his face, Ray Mercer. He might be merciless in the ring, but outside, he's a big teddy bear.
Yes, he is.
All right, to spar with James Page. Says, I'm not going to spar with that guy. He's too dangerous. And this guy's dangerous. Ray Mercer coming up. They call him Merciless Ray, and if you saw him against Tommy Morrison a few years ago, you understand why they call him Merciless. Right now, Jim Haynes is making his way in. He's a 6-year professional. He's a journeyman-type fighter, 12-10 record. 1 draw, 4 knockouts. He hails from Corbin, Kentucky, lives in Louisville. He lost his bid for a WBF World Cruiserweight title and his first title shot in his career to Vinny Curto 3 or 4 years ago. He has a lot of respect for Ray Mercer, but he told me, I have no fear of this guy. He says, I've got nothing to lose. So I'll be right there, right in front of him. I've come to fight, and I hope he has. But we listened to Will Hinton, who went up against Oliver McCall yesterday. You think for sure that fight was going to be a world beater by listening to him, but I've never heard a fighter ever say, I didn't come to fight. I'm not going to show up tomorrow to fight.
Yeah, no, they all say that. And first of all, you got to give a guy credit for getting in there. Just to do this thing that we call boxing, you got to be some kind of special to get in there with anybody, no matter who that person is.
And we talked about nice guys in boxing. Here's another one, and I don't want to keep talking about them, but somehow or other on this card, put together by Bobby Goodman and company at Don King Productions, they've got some of the nicest guys in all of boxing, all on one card tonight. Here he is, Ray Mercer. He's a guy that's glad that he can be training again because he feels healthy for the first time in some 8 or 9 years. He knows that with a win tonight, he can get right into the mix of the heavyweight division. He was ranked number 3 in the WBA when he was out on medical disqualification with the hepatitis. And he knows that a quick win tonight and maybe one more win, and he's looking at perhaps a shot at Henry Akinwande, as is McCall. They'd love to grab that number 1 ranking, and that's the guy they'd like to fight. I don't know if Don King will allow that, but he's been known to put on some pretty competitive fights, so it might happen. We'll take a look at the tail of the tape now, Carl, and it'll tell us a few things. Take a look at it for us.
Well, you got to look at Ray Mercer, former world champion here. He's a half-inch taller. He's probably 18 pounds heavier. He's 5 years older. Has a 3.5-inch reach advantage, and he's almost 2 years out of the ring. So his last fight. So you know what? This is the kind of thing that I look for. And there for you folks in the metric areas of the world, you do the translation.
All right. We'll take a look at the rules. This will be contested under the 10-point must-scoring system. No standing 8-count, 3 knockdown rule is in effect. Only the referee can stop the fight, and a fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. We're ready to see Ray Mercer and Jimmy Haynes and his Jimmy Lennon Jr. to get it all started for us.
Well, fans, once again, we present the big boys of boxing, heavyweights in the ring, and about scheduled 10 rounds of action, brought to you by Don King Productions and Direct TV. Introducing to you our 3 officials. Scoring this bout from ringside, we have Randy Phillips, Wayne Primo, and Raymond White. And our referee in charge of this bout, introducing Fred Steinwinder III. All right, fans, here we go. Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing blue trunks with black trim, and joining us from Corbin, Kentucky. He weighed in at 217 pounds. His record stands at 12 wins, 10 losses, and 1 draw, with 4 wins coming by way of knockout. Introducing Jim Hacksaw Haynes. And his opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the red corner in this 10-round heavyweight attraction, wearing black trunks with gold trim, from Jacksonville, Florida, now fighting out of Newark, New Jersey. His weight 235 pounds, his record 25 wins, 4 losses and 1 draw with 17 knockouts. Here is the Olympic gold medalist and the former WBO heavyweight champion of the world, introducing Merciless Ray Mercer. Once again, Fred Steinwinder III, our referee in charge, now to give instructions.
Hey, look, you both received instructions earlier. I want you to listen to my commands at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, come out, fight. Good luck, y'all.
All right, we're set to go. Ray Mercer has wins over Bert Cooper, Francisco Damiani, Tommy Morrison, and then vicious knockout. The only losses were to Lennox Lewis, Evander Holyfield, and Larry Holmes. And he only has one other loss in his entire record. That was against Jesse Ferguson on an off night. And that's not a bad group of guys if you're going to have losses in your record to lose to. This guy is a world-class fighter. At age 38, because of his illness in one way, he told me, you know, I've never been really hurt in the ring, which is in my favor. So at my age, now that I feel 100% better, and I'm still not in peak shape, he's the first to admit he needs to lose a few more pounds and get himself in more peak shape before he's ready to move in the top 10 competition. But this guy is a world-class fighter and a world-class banger still.
Oh, there he goes.
He nailed Jimmy Haynes. Haynes may be hurt already. Wild right uppercut. Haynes back on his heels, Carl.
He is in trouble, and I tell you, there he goes.
He's down, and Ray comes to the corner. Now, I don't think this guy wants to continue the way he's crawling around. It's up to 4 and 5 and 6. He's not going to be able to continue. Ray is a guy that has a jab, and now he complains that he didn't want the referee to stop it, and he's out on his feet.
Well, they
So
didn't.
both of our guys trying to make their comebacks tonight made kind of a joke out of the competition, and they come back fights.
Well,
These guys are world-class fighters.
Absolutely, and you know, Ray's last fight was February 21st down in Miccosukee. This was almost 2 years ago, 1998, and they don't call him merciless for nothing. He went in there and did the job he had to do, and he hacked down the hacksaw.
Well, I tell you, we expected to see more from this guy and the opponent for Oliver McCall. But, you know, when you're trying to line up fights for these guys that are making a comeback, the matchmakers are trying to judge exactly where they are. You don't know where they are. But these guys are world-class fighters, and they both proved it tonight. Oliver McCall did what he had to do in his fight, and dispatching his man immediately. Ray Mercer, in real short order, as we take a look at the replay, nailed him with a real good shot here, Carl.
Oh, yeah, he came out with just a couple stiff jabs. And then when the guy swung and missed, bam, countered with a right hand. That was the second biggest punch of that round. If they get a chance to see where this might be a little different angle, there's a jab, it missed, right hand, boom. That one really shook him up, and he backed him off a little bit. And then here comes the finishing blow, the icing on the cake, so to speak, as Hacksaw was in real trouble here. And he wasn't taking Ray long to take care of business. And I tell you what, Hacksaw, Haynes knew right now that he's in a serious trouble. And Ray Mercer is back. And you know what? He's a guy that unofficially beat Lennox Lewis. He didn't get the decision that night, but 90% of the people that seen that fight feels that Ray Mercer won that fight, and he is in a very close fight with Evander Holyfield. So this guy is absolutely no joke.
He's got a great attitude now, and again, his age at 38. I started to tell you that he feels that he's better than he was at age 30. We'll make it official and get the timing from our ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 43 seconds in round number 1. A referee in charge reaches the count of 10. The winner by way of knockout, merciless Ray Mercer.
All right, we see that Mark Goldberg has moved into position. Let's get the comments now of Ray Mercer. Go ahead, Mark. Take it away.
All right, thank you, Colonel Ray. It's a good thing you don't get paid by the minute.
Oh, that's right, because I'll be broke.
It's a long, hard time. We said the same thing with Oliver earlier in the night. Both of you come a long way, but I know you wanted to get some more work in besides 43 seconds.
I don't want to leave 3 or 4 rounds. I wanted to show the people that I got the best jab in the business, which I do, and I've been working real hard on it. And coming back with the right hand, I didn't get the chance to show the people, you know, they paid money, they should see a fight. And I came to fight tonight.
Well, you see, the rules are that you only get to fight one guy.
Well, that's true enough. I'm ready to go with 5 more, you know, if they got them, you know.
How do you feel now, the fact that, you know, the hepatitis B is gone? You had a long fight with that, and now you're healthy again. Where do you see Ray Mercer in the next maybe, 3, 4, 5 months?
Well, given the fact that I was sick for 9 years, that gave Lennox Lewis a break. And I want to let Lennox Lewis know I deserve another shot because I whooped his ass the first time, and this time I am well. You beat a sick man, Lennox Lewis. I'm ready for you. Let's go.
You know, Lennox Lewis has gotten some knocks tonight. Oliver wants him. Now you want him.
Well,
Got to step in line.
Me and Oliver's goal is to fight each other for the title. We want Lennox Lewis. We want to get it to the people that deserve it, and that's me.
Ray, you've got 4 kids at home.
4 kids.
I mean, 8 kids at home,
That's
right? And what
I got half. I got a basketball team and cheerleaders to go with it.
That's great.
I love them and I miss you all. I'm coming home.
He's coming home. He's coming home with a big win. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, Ray Mercer, and like we said, it's a good thing Ray and Oliver McCall do not get paid by the minute because they would be going home broke. Great heavyweight fights tonight. Let's go back to the Colonel.
All right, Mark Goldberg, nice job with Ray Mercer, and I think, again, with the interviews, you can get
35. He gets a chance to be a fighter and pull off a Buster Douglas on George Foreman. Stay tuned. The main event is coming up next. It is Big George, the former heavyweight champion, going up against Big Mike.
This one tingles like it's doing.
The big crowd here at Caesars Tahoe, and they are now awaiting what they came for. George Foreman steps in the ring on his comeback, which has certainly added quite a bit of steam in the last few months. He is coming off his fight against Cooney, the second-round knockout. He took a step ahead in the promotion of George Foreman, but what is he gaining in a fight with a journeyman, Mike Jamison, who's fighting for the first time in 3 years?